Shin, Dinah, and I are hiking up a road that will lead us to Granite Mountain. That's it, straight ahead of us. We'll follow this road for 4 kilometers before leaving it to ascend the northeast ridge in front of us. The summit is on our left. As we hiked up the road, we startled a few rabbits, but they quickly disappeared into the mesquite, except for this guy who apparently didn't notice us. We can see we have our work cut out for us, for Granite Mountain is chock full of huge boulders. We'll soon leave the road and head up the ridge in front of us. After leaving the road, we set off for the ridge. We find there are relatively few bushes and cactus on the ridge. At least they won't impede us. Looking back, you can see the road that we hiked up. We reach our first big boulders. We easily get around these ones, but we know there will be many more to come. As we turn the corner, what we think is the summit comes into view. Later we learned it was the first of a few false summits. Here we pass under a boulder that towers well over us. Traversing below the crest becomes more difficult as boulders, some of them the size of a house, bar the way. Here we'll drop down on our left to get around our next obstacle. We often stopped to study the odd-shaped boulders that dotted the ridge. The boulders finally thin as we draw closer to the false summit. Navigating is getting easier, but the bushes and the trees on the slopes above us will slow us down. Looking back at the desert flats, we can make out our gray SUV parked on the dirt road. When we started our trip this morning, it seemed quite warm, and we worried about it becoming hot in the afternoon on our way back. But 2 things prevented that. The wind came up and a thin layer of cloud developed. We were actually fairly comfortable throughout our trip, except on the summit when we were exposed to a cold wind. That's Silver Peak. It looks like it can be reached easily from here, but Granite Mountain was enough for us today. We passed the false summit and continued ascending the ridge. Dense trees and rock outcroppings don't make travel easy. Here we come to another false summit. There's the true summit, or at least it's just past those rocks. We're not far now. Ahead the slope steepens just before the summit. Amidst the strong wind, we make our way to the summit of Granite Mountain.